Okay, we all realize by now that life is different out there, isn't it? But it's so different. Now, I'm going to tell you how you have to plan, to do things that just fail. That's it. You just want to fail. You don't want to win. You got to do things to fail. And actually, for starting a business, I think crowdfunding, which is a great, exciting thing that happened on the internet, that by creating a crowdfunding failure is the easiest way to grow any business. Not just create a failure. So many people don't use crowdfunding. Oh, I'm afraid I'm going to fail, and I don't have enough this, and I'm not smart enough for that, and whatever. Well, all that. It's not so. Who cares if you win or not? If you win, that's bonus. You get so much out of failing. And it's a way to kickstart your business that you can't anywhere else. And even when you fail, you kickstart it. That's why one of the biggest crowdfunding things are Kickstarter, and they say it's kickstarting your business. Well, now you turn that on the head, and you use failing at Kickstarter to start a business, failing at crowdfunding. Because if you're starting a business or have a business and you want to grow, you're really left with the typical marketing choices, right? You're going to buy advertising, right? You're going to buy leads and then follow up and beat on the people that try to get money from them. Or you're going to cold call. You get people around that you think, may be interested. You bang on their door and you say, buy me. Or you promote on social media, right? You go out and you pretend you're not selling, but you're selling them. Or you try to get publicity about what you're doing. Okay, well, see why crowdfunding is so much better than any of those things, because here, number one, buying advertising, buying leads, that costs money. And you don't know if it's successful or not. You have to spend money to see if it's successful. And to me, that's the worst thing to do in anything business, not knowing it's successful before you spend money on it. And most of them don't know our options, so we keep spending that money, and that's why we go out of business. Okay, cold calling. Oh, yeah, that is hard, right? And because, it's sort of like selling insurance. You're trying to knock on people and tell them they need you to give you money. And why the hell they want to do that, right? Okay. Or promoting on social media. Okay, now, maybe you don't have much of a list, or how do you really get people? You're going to drown a cat in the bathtub or something like that, to get, all the stuff that social media is so, fickle. And is the only people I think making money on social media are the people who are training people how to make money on social media and publicity. And social media is all about what publicity is about too. So it's how do you find something, that you're so cool and neat that people want to do. So, well, here's the way. You do crowdfunding. Okay? You need no skills nowadays. You think you need to hire experts and stuff like that. No, you don't. You need no skills. You need no talent, and you need no money. It costs nothing. And don't even need a balance sheet or credit checks or anything like that. You could be living on the street, and do a crowdfunding, and people do that. Actually, there's a homeless guy who died where I live, and they raised $5,000 or whatever to give him a nice burial. And you get the money in 30 days if you get money, but who cares? I mean, that's just a bonus if you do. And see, the most important thing, by crowdfunding, you have customers forever. So this is a way to get known for, and not just, hey, I'm somebody trying to sell something. No, now really, there's two kinds of crowdfunding campaigns you could do for your business. And one is, you could say, well, I'm going to have this cool coffee shop, or I want to be a freelance writer, and I'm going to write for people, want to write things, and another do it better. I need some kind of purchase new equipment, or attend a professional seminar, and that's, I see people on the internet doing that all the time, crowdfunding. I've interviewed about, close to 1,000 crowdfunders already, over the last 3 years or so, and they're all kind of people raise money. But here's another way to do it. You do a crowdfunding that helps the community, but ties in to what you're doing as a professional. Okay, like this. Okay, if you're a professional writer, let's say, you could do a crowdfunding campaign, like for the local homeless shelter to teach homeless people how to write, right? We all have to write nowadays, and a lot of them maybe don't have that skill. So you're going to do, volunteer writing classes at the homeless shelter. See, now, so when you do a campaign like that, now you're going after, hey, can you, donate to this campaign? You're doing something good. It's easy to ask, right? And they'll see what you are and what you're selling. Be obvious. I'm a freelance writer doing this for the. Well, I don't want to do that, but I want to buy your stuff. I need a writer. So it's a wonderful excuse to bang on people's doors, to get publicity, to media. And if you work with a nonprofit like that too, they have a lot of media lists. You may not, you're just in business and don't have a social media list, but these nonprofits do. So they could do this, for them, because they're getting something out of it too. They're getting a service, helping the people or whatever, and to use their lift. So it's a way to get their donors involved or their people on their list involved, and you're getting wonderful publicity. Also, customers that find out that you're in this business. I didn't know he did that or she did that or whatever. What a way to market, and that's it. So even the other way, like getting it to do a campaign that you want to go to some place or whatever, a conference, or buy equipment because you're a writer. Now it's a different excuse to go to a company who may hire you to ask them for that instead of, hey, buy my writing services or something like that. But it's subliminal, so it's not hitting them on the head in the front. It's working in the back door. But I like the nonprofit stuff back, helping the community, because now you're helping the community together. And other things, like even if you're a writer, you could raise money for like computers for the homeless shelter so they could write emails to people and get jobs and stuff like that. So that's other. Or how about this? Immigrants. Now our countries get more and more immigrants. If they don't put them on buses, right? Send them back, whatever. To work with immigrants to learn the system and learn how to write English and stuff like that. Or here's another thing. Maybe you do something like a campaign that gets seniors, that are doing nothing at a senior center or just in the community. We got so many people that retire, make money, that they could write emails for immigrants to write their emails to get jobs or whatever and things like that. And you could hook it up maybe on Skype. There's all kind of ways to do this. That's a detail to work out. It's the idea that's important. And how could you market it and sell the idea to people? And so to me, what's neat, instead of you going out and banging on doors, hey, I'm in business, give me money. No. See, you're going out and banging on doors to people now and saying, hey, I'm doing a cool thing in the community. Why don't you help me? Can you help me do this? And that's, wow, what a way to get, customers. Now more and more people will know what you're doing and things like that. And it's just wonderful. I mean, I think you're helping. I mean, I interviewed a woman out in Michigan who did this. She was a student, really. Saw these homeless people, and what she designed was a coat that also act as a sleeping bag for homeless people. And what she has, the way she gets money for it, she is go to homeless shelters and they raise money to buy her coats. Man, see, there's always a way to do it. And it costs nothing to do. And that's what's neat. Now here, okay, a lot of people say, well, I can't do a crowdfunding campaign. Well, listen, you could think of 30 reasons not to do anything. And nowadays it doesn't matter. Like the 700 people I've interviewed to do crowdfunding campaigns, all kinds of people made money who just did it with their crappy iPhone video and slapped something together and made it. And people lost money who spent $10,000 production of video. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you do things anymore. It's a matter of doing it, and it costs you nothing. That's it. But you could get now, for $15, you can get all the professional help you need. Right. I don't know if you know about Fiverr.com. But I was looking out there the other day. Look, you could go right now on Fiverr, Fiverr.com, and for $5 get people to design a campaign for you, to write the whole bloody thing, right? That stops us. If we don't used to market, oh, I'm just look at how white my hair is, man. It's gray. I didn't know it was that white. It's this light that's doing it. But for $5 a campaign, or here I got another list of organizations on Fiverr that will do a video for $5. That's right. Bunches of them. Or here that will promote your campaign. For $5. So for $15, you got it all. Because what you really want to do is have something on the internet that you can tell people about, and tell people about you and what you're doing. And if it's doing part of fundraising for a cause that you're telling them about, or just your own services you want to do, man, what could be better than that? Also, in the report, what I have here is how to choose the right crowdfunding site. I mean, there's dozens, hundreds, probably 1,000 of them, some may say. So I have all the major ones, and what's good about all those platforms that are out there, and some other videos. Then I have a bunch of videos here too of people who believe in what I was just telling you. These are people I interviewed. That's why the first time I ran into this, I said, hey, you're way down on making your goal. He said, I don't really care. I get distributors and everybody else who does this. So it's a cheaper way, having distributors find him and then him finding distributors, stuff like that. So that's what's neat about it. And all these people here, the videos, I got, about a dozen of them or so, people make hundreds of thousands of dollars by accident sometimes, or fail a bunch of times before they get it right. That's what's important about all this, that we're out there trying something, because it's too easy to say, I can't do this. And experts will tell you can't do it all the time, but who cares? They're right, wrong 3/4 of the time, most of them. That's the data, scientific data that proves that. So you might as well just do it. Who cares how you do it? It's just a matter of doing.